Number 11, Jackie Berry. Number 13, Cody Tyrone. Number 21, Carly Sheets. Number 22, Anthony Cody.
Teams that are kind of trending in the same direction. Tyrone has to get more competitive and fast speed. They had a really good start to this season after starting 1 and 2. Finishing at 9 and 5. Not ranked.
That's right.
8 and 2.
Your lady cats were coached by Travis Manning and assisted by Melissa Hill.
Anyways, Lady Red Devils sit 8 and 2. Their only losses to ranked Hooker, ranked Arnett. Both teams coming off of tournaments. Tyrone was in Woodward for the Oil Center Classic, won their opening game, and then dropped the next two. Texoma, complete opposite at the Ward tournament in Sealing, as they dropped their opening game, turn around and went 2-0 after that. Lady Red Devils win the tip. Elliott gets it to Barry. Barry inside shot. An early basket there.
Start
from
for the Red Devils.
Barry. Ball thrown in here to number 3, Lomas. Up top will be Andrews. Over to Humphreys. Bobcats continue to move the ball. And it does go out. Lady Red Devils now with the ball. Jackie Berry. A little bit of soft coverage there from the Lady Bobcats. Sheet steps up, blocked by Humphreys.
Class.
Lady Red Devils maintain possession though. Elliott with it on the left side. Up top to Audrain, back to Elliott who looks for 3. That's good. Bobcats bring it in and cross court all the way to Williams. Unable to receive it, and it'll go out of bounds. Lady Red Devil ball. A little bit more of a full court press. Whitfield. Back up top, down low to Barry. Barry shot. No good. Sheet saves it.
Oh!
Puts it back.
I know the Bobcats started where it looked like man. I don't know if they're shifting a little more into zone or not.
Andrews brings it across half court. Over to Lomas. Over to Humphreys for 3. Good.
3's around the park now.
And we have 3-pointers from both teams so far.
It's always good to have a 3-point in your locker, isn't it?
Up top, Elliott. Down low, Sheets. Back out to Audrain. Audrain with the runner, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Lady Bobcats, a little bit of trouble here. They're going to get across course. Lomas. Now up top is Williams. Williams over to Humphrey. Lomas drives. Open look here. No good for Williams, and rebounded by the Lady Red Devils. Quick press here. Audrain shot blocked by Grossman, and Whitfield's 3. No good. I think we're going to get a foul here. Foul goes on Sheets. That'll be her first.
Very good passage of play of both teams right there. Tyrone obviously coming out on top though.
Pass in here. Williams cross court. Shot no good, but she is fouled. That's going to send Andrews to the line. Foul goes on Elliott. Andrews' first shot is good. Makes it a 7-4 ball game. Second shot away and good.
Lead slowly shrinking for the Devils.
Barry cross half court and looked like she was going to drive in, decides to pull it back out. Elliott, top of the key, gets it over to Whitfield in the corner. Back to Elliott, a little bit of tip there from Lomas. Inside, kick out to Audrain, who's off the front of the rim there. Rebounded by Lomas.
She was wide open for good 4 or 5 seconds. Unfortunately, just not able to pull the trigger.
Lomas Grossman brings it down for the Lady Cats. In the corner was Humphreys and stolen by Carly Sheets. Carly Sheets all the way in.
Oh.
No good. Loose ball on the court and finally out of bounds.
Both teams putting up some good defensive numbers now.
Gossman, I believe Lomas was the other Lady Cat on the coverage there on the breakaway. Lomas over to Gossman. Gossman gets it across half court.
Loose passing, lucky to get off scot-free and with a tying point.
Gossman with 2. Barry with it. Both teams running a full court press here off of Sheets' foot, and Sheets is going to get her second foul here. Reaching in.
Aggressive defense.
Davison will check in for the Lady Red Devils. Pass into Gossman. Over to Lomas. Lomas cross court, got it to Andrews. Andrews getting it to Williams. Williams making some moves inside. No good. Rebound by Elliott.
Elliott did well to stay in bounds there.
Elliott pushing the tempo here and is fouled on the other end.
Went coast to coast.
And it does go against Humphreys.
It's going to be the first Bobcat foul of the night.
Going to send Elliott to the line. Basket no good there. Zoe Bonilla is going to check in now. Second one good. Lady Cats cross court. Gets it to Lomas. Humphreys to Andrews. Lomas cross court. Humphreys looks to drive. Shoots and scores.
Going to bring Tyrone's first lead of the game.
Pass cross court. Zoe Bonilla for 3. No good. Rebounded by Grossman, and Lady Bobcats push it. Humphrey shot short. Elliott going to keep the tempo up high. Audrain now going to slow it down a little bit. Set up the half-court offense for the Lady Devils. Audrain deep 3, off the front again, and rebounded by Gossman. Bobcats with it in the corner to Lomas up top. Gossman. Now Andrews for 3, and that is good.
Just keeps extending the lead, and that's going to be a timeout by presumably Coach Broadhead of the Texoma Red Devils.
So that brings her score 12-8.
How are you thinking of it so far, McBride?
This has gone a good game so far, and we knew it coming in. Bobcats ranked 20th in Class B. Really great start to their season. As we said, 9-5. Lady Devils come in 8-2, not ranked in Class A. Phil snubbed by that, especially after defeating what is now ranked number 18 Drummond. And what was a hand?
What was a game as well? Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the last two times these teams have faced, Tyrone has won and Texoma has won.
You are correct.
The one matchup they have seen each other this year was a Texoma victory.
And that was a very physical game as well. This one, I believe, is going to turn into that.
Up top to Elliott, down low. Runner for Barry, good. Devils pull within 2. Humphreys in the corner. Back out to Gossman. Now to Lomas. Humphreys to the left corner now. Andrews.
Man defense really is working for the Devils tonight so far. I say that. Yes. Yeah, it's working.
Williams with the runner misses. Audrain pushes tempo and scores. Tied back up to 12. Humphreys with it.
Ooh. Picks up the dribble, almost takes another step. I've done that.
Up top, Lomas. Humphreys in the corner. Down low, Gossman. Gossman back out to Humphreys. Humphreys for 3. Off the front. And Audrain's going to draw a foul on Gossman here. Devils with it. A little bit of a soft full court press coming here. Audrain to Bonilla across half court. Bonilla sees a little bit of a lane, gives it to Davison. Davison back outside to Bonilla. Barry back to Bonilla. Bonilla for 3. No good.
Just off to the left a little. Would have been perfect.
Inside to Barry. Barry shot. No good. Rebounded by Audrain and blocked. They're going to call the foul on Williams, though.
Teams are now both tied on points and fouls. Bada bing, bada boom.
Audrain going to the line. She's got 2 points so far in this one.
This quarter's going by fast. Just a minute and 2 left.
Good on the front. As Ortega will check in.
That Whitfield checking in as well.
Audrain, no good. Rebounded by Gossman. Bobcats will have the ball with a minute left here in the first quarter. In the corner is Williams. Williams back to Gossman. Gossman. Gonna reset here with Andrews. Down low to Williams. Williams finds Gossman running inside. No good. Rebounded by Whitfield. Bonilla. Ooh, they're going to call her on the carry there.
Good call.
Charlie Thrasher checking in now for Zoe Bonilla. Ball thrown in here too, Gossman.
Just over 20 seconds.
Gossman gets it to Andrews, now to Lomas. Lomas kicks out Gossman. Gonna hold it here for the final shot, it looks like, as Lomas puts up the 3, no good. Williams had the rebound, couldn't gather it to put the shot back up. And that'll do it for the first quarter as 1 point ball game. We got ourselves a good little matchup here.
Probably one of the quickest quarters I have seen being played in a long time, but points are still on the board.
Again, talking about these teams having a lot of success this year. Lady Bobcats 9-5. Got a couple victories over ranked opponents, including Eric and Forgan. Again, was on a really good win streak there after kind of a slow start, 1-2 start to their season. Went on a win streak and was at one point, I believe, 9-3 before dropping their last two games at the Woodward tournament. Lady Red Devils sit 8-2, coming off what is a successful ceiling tournament for them. 2-1 in a very, very difficult tournament there.
Oh, it was a very difficult tournament. Unfortunate to come out with just, what, 5th place? That was very unfortunate.
But, I mean, we talked about it during that broadcast. Visai was the runner-up at Moreland, played in the 7th place game.
That just shows how more difficult that tournament.
Exactly, as the Lady Bobcats will start off here. Gossman looked down low for Andrews, intercepted by Whitfield. Elliott misses, rebounded by Williams. Bobcats slow the tempo back down a little bit.
It's going to be a man defense for the Red Devils.
Corner was Andrews. Looked to get it to Williams. Gossman will recover, though. Over new Lady Bobcat in will be Stevens.
That 3 look goes awry.
Ortega with the ball. Over to Whitfield. Whitfield down low. Davison looking to make a move and finds the basket. Andrews gets to the Gossman. Gossman finds Lomas in the corner, wide open. Good.
Threes are starting to come on back. That's the first one since, I'd say, early first quarter.
Tied ball game again between these two teams. Thrasher down low, loses it. And Gossman will recover for the Lady Bobcats. Gossman coast to coast, up and in. As the Lady Bobcats regain the lead here, 17-15. Devils push it the other way and ends up biting them back as Whitfield will travel. Audrain and Barry to check back in. Pass into Gossman. Lomas at the top. Gossman in the corner finds Andrews. Andrews back out to Williams. Williams wanting to drive. Now pass over in the corner. Stevens. Stevens. Oh, is going to double dribble there. As she cut left, went back right.
Both teams having trouble in this quarter.
Barry with it. Let me guarded at midcourt by Lomas, and then switch to Stevens. Down low,
beautiful
Audrain,
pass.
Blocked again by Gossman.
Beautiful pass, unfortunately met with just as good defense.
Gossman up to Williams. Sorry, that's Andrews.
You got there.
Gossman down low to Williams. Williams fouled. And will probably go on Whitfield. Yep, it will be, but they will not call it on the shot. They'll call it on the floor. So the Lady Bobcats are going to get it from baseline as Humphreys will check in as well as Parker. Gossman over to Stevens. Now back to Humphreys. Humphreys drives, kicks out. Open is Andrews for three. Good. And that's a number 8 for Andrews.
They're coming quick and fast now.
Devils trail by 5. Up top, Elliott for 3, no good. Loose ball, and Parker's going to save it. Still on the floor as Barry recovers. Finds Whitfield. Whitfield for 3, no good.
Could be over the back by Audrain.
I believe that'll be Audrain's first. Sheets will check back into the game.
It's a 5-point game now.
Off of 2 3-pointers, I believe, from Lady Bobcats. Oh, that pass stolen by Elliott.
Beautiful defensive awareness.
Finds Barry. Barry shot.
Can be
Foul.
fouled in the air?
We'll go against Gossman as Barry will shoot 2. Gossman's second. Barry's off on the first. Williams checking back in. Second shot good for Jackie Barry.
Every little every little bit helps whenever you have a few point deficit.
And timeout called here by the Lady Cats. 4:21 left in the first half. Nice little run there from the Lady Bobcats has got them in a nice little 4-point lead. Andrews hit a 3.
Playing some nice basketball, though, Bobcats are. The only thing I see that's slowing them down is their passing. Passing needs to be a little bit more tight, and then I feel they could definitely have a bigger lead. But the Red Devils as well are having a pretty good defensive game despite the 20 points already conceded. The defensive awareness is a little bit better, I'd say, on the Red Devil side. What about you?
Definitely for sure as I'm going through the stats here. Lomas with 3, Gossman with 4, Humphreys with 5, Andrews with 34 for the Lady Devils. Jackie Berry with 7, Audrain with 3. And I'm missing some points here.
You are missing
Not
quite
sure
a few
why.
points. Are they the 2 3-pointers?
It's showing me the right stats on the board. It's just not showing me who made them.
Huh.
Humphreys with it up top. In the lane, shoots, misses as Devils going to push it the other way. Jackie Berry misses. Audrain with the putback, no good. She'll be fouled and sent to the line. Goes on Williams, her second. Good on her first. Bonilla going to check in for Whitfield. Davison will check in as well. And good.
2 successful free throws.
Brings us back to a 1-possession game.
Texoma definitely will take that.
Lomas goes left. Gets it to Stevens. Stevens shot. A little bit of contact there. Devils going to come up with the rebound.
Cutting inside so far has worked for the Bobcats in that situation. Not so much.
Barry off the front of the rim. Off again on the putback. Another shot missed by Audrain. And finally knocked out of bounds by Andrews. .336 here. Bonilla wide open for 3. Good.
Deadly from that range all season she has been. That'll give the Devils a 1-point lead.
Pass up top. Humphreys. Oh, she's close.
Good
they said she
save almost.
traveled.
Now,
Backcourt traveled. She had to choose.
I'd still say it was a good save nonetheless. I don't think it was backcourt, so yeah, travel. Is that what they said it was?
Yeah, they called it on a travel.
That's unfortunate.
Barry to Elliott, and she will travel now, giving the ball right back. Davison Sheets doing the offensive-defensive switch here. It looks like Davison will play defense and Sheets will play offense. Humphreys over to Andrews. Stevens finds Humphreys. Humphreys looks to drive, spins, shoots, and scores.
Lead goes back to the Bobcats.
That is Humphreys' 7th point of the night. Inside, Audrain back out. Elliott for 3. Oh, missed it. Davison tried to save it, but no luck there as it'll go out of bounds. Lomas to Andrews. Andrews being guarded by Barry, loses it, and she'll save it and then throw it away. Was looking for Humphreys.
It's going to be a host of subs. Oh, nope, just one. I thought there was much more.
Sheets going to check in for Davison.
Well, I need my glasses. Could have sworn there were a few more than one.
Audrain to Sheets down low, got it back. Audrain in the corner for 3, too much. Rebounded by Stevens. Intercepted by Audrain underneath the basket, and good.
Persistence.
That'll be her 7th point.
The move looked a little dead for persistence, and the Devils finally do convert that.
Humphreys to Stevens. Stevens over to Andrews.
Thought about pulling it.
Lomas. Back to Andrews in the corner. Lomas. Lomas finds a lane on the baseline. Misses. Rebounded by Elliott.
Devils lucky to come away there unscathed. Bonilla committed a little too early.
Bonilla inside to Sheets. Sheets kicks it out. Bonilla wants the 3. No good. Rebounded by Audrain. Audrain putback. No good. Sheets with the putback, though, is good. Devils lead by 3.
Lead is swapping hands now.
Bobcats pushing it. Ball's on the court. We'll get a jump ball between Lomas and Elliott, and that's as good as a turnover as the Lady Red Devils now with the ball.
Very, very balanced play so far. Almost halftime already? Wow. I'm kind of shocked.
Pass over to Barry. Barry gonna get called for the double dribble. As now here's your host of subs for the Devils, Thrasher, Davison,
That's it.
and Elliott.
Oh,
Or sorry, Ortega check in then.
you know what? Too little, too late. I look like a dingus.
Pass over to Andrews. Stevens. A little bit of trouble there. Gets to Lomas. Lomas kicks it outside. Open is Humphreys for 3. Too much. Rebounded by Stevens. Stevens. Putback is good.
1 point ball game. 30 seconds. It's heating up in here.
And if my stats right, her first points of the night, as Bonilla is going to draw a foul here.
It's going to go on 15.
It's her second. Bonilla to Whitfield. Cross court, Bonilla. Bonilla for 3. Oh, no good. Rebounded by Stevens. Lady Bobcats pushing it here with a chance to take the lead. Stolen by Ortega.
Quick fire defense. 5, 4.
Whitfield
3,
cross court.
2.
Ortega for 3. No good. That'll do it.
nail biting into the half there, bud.
No lead change overall there in the second quarter as Devils still lead by 1. We'll run through stats real quick here as long as they are showing up correctly. Lomas with 3 points. Gossman with 4. Stevens with 2. Humphreys with 7. Andrews with 8 for the home Lady Bobcats.
Very spread out. Very spread out.
Devils a little bit more focused. Barry and Andre both with 7. Sheets with 2. Bonilla with 3. Again, I don't know if that quite adds up to 25. So we've got some points missing. I really think it's Elliott's points that are not showing up on our stat sheet. But that'll do us for the first half. We will go to commercial break and be back for second half of basketball here in a little bit. Welcome back here, third quarter of basketball between Tyrone and Texoma. Great ball game here as the Lady Red Devils lead by 1. Bobcats start off with the ball here.
Pretty even first half, I'd say.
Bobcats taking a little bit slower here on their first possession. Looks like maybe they had drawn something up at halftime. Now I'm going to push it a little bit quicker here. In the corner, finds Lomas, and Williams loses it. A drain off her foot.
But as like I said last half, passing just seems to be the only thing letting the Bobcats down at the moment. That you kind of see.
Lomas.
Stuff can improve though.
Well, that was a good
like
pass.
That.
Williams to Humphreys. Humphreys, good.
Good pass into the basket.
As Lady Bobcats regain the lead here in the first minute of the third quarter.
Oh.
Elliott's pass.
Pass goes awry for the Devils this time.
Ball thrown into Gossman. Finds Andrews. Gossman cross court, finds Lomas. Andrews inside to Williams. Williams shot blocked by Audrain.
Good defensive play by the Devils.
Audrain gonna bring it down herself, gets it to Elliott. Elliott for 3, off the front. Long rebound.
Wanted to get her own rebound, but was blocked off.
Andrews was in trouble, no help came. Barry gets the steal, Sheets inside, no good, rebounded by Gossman. Gossman ends up losing it. They're gonna call it off of Sheets though. Humphrey inside to Lomas. Lomas almost gets it stolen from behind. Andrews with the runner scores. Double digits points for her as she has hit her 10-point total. Whitfield to Barry. Barry inside, shot too strong. Sheets didn't maintain it, but it's going to go off of Andrews. Stays Lady Red Devil ball underneath the basket here. Over to Sheets. Sheets steps out, shoots. No good. Rebounded by Elliott. Elliott able to find Whitfield at the top for 3. No good. Sheets another rebound, but she will go down.
I think that hurt her back a little bit.
Foul called on Williams, her 3rd.
As it would if you were to fall flat on your back on a hardwood floor.
That's going to lead Parker to check in. Barry with it. Audrain for 3. No good. Long rebound.
Devils need to be a little more clinical. I counted so far 7 shots.
On that possession or for the period?
For the period so far.
Oh, the ball had rolled all the way across the concourse there.
Good word. Very good word.
Andrews inside and scores.
Lady Bobcats turned something on during halftime. I wonder what music they listen to.
We're going to get a foul here. And it goes on Andrews.
Like this?
Her first. Whitfield. Throw into Barry. Barry finds Whitfield in the corner. Oh, no good. Rebounded by Gossman. Gossman pushing the tempo, gets it to Humphreys across court. Andrews back to Humphreys. Gossman inside. Back out.
Wide open.
Hits it. 3-point look from Andrews. As she has been lights out. 7 points already in the quarter. As Sheets inside. Not enough off the front. And there goes that deep pass again. Parker now with it on the opposite end. Humphreys out to Andrews. Back to Andrews, down low, and stolen away by Barry, but Sheets loses it, but it's going to be out on the Lady Bobcats.
Good initial cutout by, who was that, Barry?
Yes, I think Humphreys was the one that may have touched it last.
Devils won't complain.
In the corner, 3 look here for Elliott. Good.
That's a good chunk of the lead gone.
That's one way to get back in it. And going to get a travel call here.
Huge, huge uproar as there was a pause before the whistle.
Bobcats.
Ref just reassured them, don't worry, it definitely was.
Over to Whitfield. Whitfield down low, back out. Elliott for 3 again. No
Beautiful
good.
passing.
And Sheets gets the rebound. Second look here for the Devils will be Jackie Berry on the runner. No good. And foul's going to go on Jackie Berry on the rebound. 3:39 left here in the third. Devils full court press.
It's working the
Lomas
pass.
with it to Parker. Parker up to Andrews. Finds Gossman. Gossman blocked from behind.
Amazing defensive feat by Cody Audrain.
Devils push it the other way. They're going to lose the ball here, it looks like. Ends up going a jump ball. Devils have the possession arrow, so they will keep it. Davison checks in.
Where do you see the possession arrow? I don't see it on any of the scoreboards.
I watched the ref to see which way he pointed.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough.
Bonilla over to Whitfield. Up top, Audrain. 3-point look here from Bonilla, misses. Rebounded by Parker. Elliott almost got the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Humphreys to Andrews. Parker in the corner. Gossman, look 3.
More defense.
Over to Humphreys. And they're going to go out of bounds on Texhoma. Stays Bobcat ball.
Bobcats definitely have improved their passing this period. 217? Woo!
Pass. Over to Andrews in the corners. Humphrey.
I was wrong.
Good.
Wasn't even 217. It was 247. Good job, me, I guess.
That puts Humphreys in double digits, by the way, as well. Whitfield overshoots. And
Audrain.
out on Audrain.
Good swat away, though.
Barry checks in for Whitfield. As here comes the Bobcats again. Humphreys pushing. She's going to get fouled before she could shoot. Goes on Davison. I believe her first.
I believe you are very correct. Yep.
Thrasher going to check in.
8-point ball game with 2:24 left to go in the third.
Pass in to Andrews. Her shot no good. Davison rebounds. Davison to Elliott. Elliott, she's going to push it. Shoots, no good. Rebounded by Thrasher. 3-point look here from Bonilla, no good. Rebounded by Lomas. No, it's on the court. Jump ball, though, should be a Bobcat possession.
Correct, it is. I watched the ref this time, don't worry.
They are pushing the lead here, up 8. Gossman over to Lomas. Lomas to Andrews. Humphreys. Tyrone will reset. Gossman drives. Ooh, we're going to get a foul on Elliott. Her second. Stevens, Williams checking in. Pass into Andrews. Finds Humphreys.
That's a good matchup, Bonilla.
3-point look here from Stevens, no good. Long rebound by the Bobcats. Down low, Williams. 3-point look for Andrews, no good. That one will go out of bounds. Devils will take over as Sheets will check in for the Devils. Bonilla to Barry. 3-point look. Missed by Thrasher. Ooh, lots of contact there as Davison runs into Andrews.
Whew.
That'll be,
sorry.
sorry, that'll be her second.
Game's starting to heat up a bit more, eh?
Humphreys gets it. No, stolen away there by Thrasher. Less than a minute to play. Bonilla to Sheets. Sheets cross court. Barry finds the lane, shoots and scores.
Devils find the basket in, I believe, first time in 3 minutes.
Number 9 for her.
Been a vital player tonight.
As we're going to draw another foul here. Goes on Jackie Berry. Her second. 30 seconds left to play here as Ortega will go ahead and check in for Berry. Bobcats get into Andrews. Wide open to Stevens underneath. No good. Rebounded by Ortega. Ortega pushing up court. 3-on-3 over to Sheets. Devils reset the offense with Bonilla. She handles it up top. Down low, Davison tipped. Sheets recovers. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams going to shoot at the buzzer here. No
good. Jinx.
6-point game here between the home and 20 ranked Tyrone Bobcats.
Highly contested game. Just a 6-point deficit so far. Ooh.
Your Lady Bobcats, this got to feel good. You know, you came, you went to that Woodward tournament. A lot of tough teams there. Some teams you've played and beaten. Unfortunately, only picking up one win there. Now come back home against, you know, an 8-2 Texoma Red Devil team.
Who have been in very good form this season.
Probably coming off their best victory of the season with that victory over 16th ranked Drummond.
That was a very physical bout as well. I say that a lot, don't I?
Coming up, we have the boys game. And man, you thought two teams were closely competitive. Here with the girls, that boys game.
It's something different. It's different gravy, let me tell you.
Devils to start off with the ball here with Bonilla. Bonilla to Audrain. Back to Bonilla. Bonilla down low, kicks out. Elliott for three, no good. Rebounded by Barry. Barry put back, good.
Start of the climb, maybe.
Her 11th point of the afternoon.
Attaboy, stat man.
Stolen by Elliott. Elliott and one.
How many steals do you think Elliott has this evening?
Unfortunately, that's the one stat I don't keep up with.
Come on. What about apples? Do you know how many assists?
I don't keep apples either.
Ah. You call yourself a stat man.
Foul did go on Andrews, her second. As Elliott capitalizes on the three-point play.
And just like that, a 6-point lead turns to only 1.
And timeout here from Coach Banning.
Just need to regroup.
Wow, that escalated quickly. We're not 1 minute into the fourth quarter.
Dude.
And the Devils, Tyrone leads by 1. Devils came out firing here in the fourth quarter. Elliott and Barry both bumped to double-digit points.
I am very much looking forward to this last
last
period. Yeah. This game's full potential looks like it's about to shine through.
Lomas to Williams. Ooh,
Oh, prime time Andre with the block of a century.
It's going to stay Lady Bobcat ball here. Gossman to throw in. Gets it to Humphreys. Humphreys down low, kicks out. Lomas open for 3. Hits it.
That's going to swing momentum just slightly in favor of the Bobcats.
Trapped in the corner is Elliott.
Just trading timeouts.
I was about to say, Coach Broadhead not going to take the chance there. He's going to call timeout.
Now we need. Now the Devils need to regroup.
Again, it's almost looking at a mirror sometimes with these teams, as there's numerous Lady Bobcats that can hit it from beyond the arc.
And the Devils have, I'd say, 3 or 4 very consistent shooters as well.
I believe Andrews leads all scorers so far with 15 points.
Such a dominant player so far tonight.
Had a real dominant third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Bonilla checks in.
Was she not in already?
Or sorry, she got the ball. Start there. Very inside, turns around, shoots off the front, no good. Gets her own rebound and is fouled. Goes on Williams. I believe that is her 4th. Bobcats going to play safe. They're going to sub her out. As Parker checks in. Elliott kicks out. Barry inside, shoots, scores.
2-point ball game, just a single possession.
Pass cross court, finds Andrews, spins, shoots.
She is very fouled there. She got a few high fives in midair.
And I believe that's going to turn around beyond Jackie Berry, her 11th. Or sorry, she's number 11, foul 3. Got a lot of fouls on one player.
It's been a long day. Her 11th.
Good. 18 points now for Andrews. Jackie Berry kicks out. Audrain for 3. Oh, no good. Rebounded by Gossman, and 2-point takedown for Carly Sheets, as that'll be foul number
3. 7th team overall. 7th team foul overall.
And you pointed that out just as the refs had figured it out. That's going to send Gossman to the line for 1-1.
Did I say it too loud? She just, I think she lost her balance, and just there's only one thing for her to lean on to not fall, and unfortunately it was something very capable of falling as well.
Hits the first. Davison going to check in for, or sorry, Whitfield checking in for Bonilla.
Momentum slowly is swinging to the Lady Bobcats now.
2 for 2 goes Gossman.
30 seconds ago, it was about a 4-point ball game. Now it's 7.
Audrain. Up top, down low, back out. Audrain shoots, scores.
Stretched up, 5 points between the two.
Mid-range game for Audrain works. Jump ball here. Stays in the possession of the Lady Cats. 44-39 the score here. Stolen by Sheets. She maintains possession here. Over to Whitfield. Whitfield to Elliott.
Thought about pulling it.
Over to Barry. Barry.
Ooh, good
Kicks
save.
out.
Almost stepped.
Devils working for a good look here. Gets it to Sheets. 3. No good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Bobcats pushing it. Gets it up front to Humphreys. Humphreys. No good.
That would be out on Elliott, it looked like, from here.
I was about to say, you probably had the best view in the gym there.
That's hardly happens, you know?
Lady Bobcats have it underneath here. Stolen. Here comes Lady Red Devils on a break. Elliott scores.
Devils converted breakaway. Let's.
Number 12 for her. And that one is stolen by Audrain. Audrain inside.
Oh, too soft.
And it's going to stay there. Takes home a ball down 3.
The word of the second half, I'd say, is momentum, and it is just shifting like crazy.
Kind of feel like you're on a boat and you're following the ocean waves.
The
Back
ocean
and
waves.
forth.
Just whoo, whoo. I'm doing something with my hand and I can't see it.
Coach Banning going to take the timeout here for the Bobcats. You know, it was this game about a year ago that the Lady Bobcats and the Lady Devils had quite a barn burner there in Texoma.
Very,
And
very
if I'm
much
not
so.
mistaken, I believe it ended with a Williams buzzer beater.
You are correct. I remember that. I cried that day.
Was hoping I got my Lady Bobcat correct on that one. Up top. Missed. Barry put back foul. She'll shoot 2.
Things are looking up for the Devils right now.
Goes on Andrews, her 3rd. Lady Cats playing without Williams on the court right now. She's in foul trouble. Very good. 14 of the night for her as she's rapidly approaching that 20-point game.
21 points, no?
She had 21 last outing with Drummond. Off on the second, rebounded by Sheets. Barry cross court finds Audrain. Audrain.
Too much on it.
Sheets put back, no good. Elliott had it, lost it. Bobcat ball.
Bobcats will be happy to come away with this. They were under heavy pressure. Heavy pressure.
Stevens to Gossman. Gossman about half court to Andrews. 2-on-1, Humphreys. As Bobcats slows the offense back down here. Humphreys to Williams. Gossman with it. Down low, Stevens. Stevens, I believe, is going to get fouled. Goes on Elliott, her third. Team 8. And Stevens at the line.
Been a very consistent team player Stevens has so far. I don't know if you noticed.
As expected, in comes Williams.
How many points is she on tonight so far?
Williams has actually been held scoreless.
Really?
Shot good.
Knowing how her season's going, that's a little bit odd, you know?
Stevens makes one from the line. That's her third.
Make that 4.
There's number 4. That's actually the point deficit right now.
I was going to say something, and you know it. You take joy from making me upset, don't you?
Audrain kicks out. Lady Red Devils going to reset. Sheets. Shot too strong. Rebounded by Elliott.
Falls kindly to Elliott as well.
Whitfield sets it back up. Cross court. Elliott inside. Audrain. Audrain dribbles out of the double team. Back to Elliott inside. Barry. Barry shot good. Number 16, Jackie Barry's. As Stevens drives in. She draws. No, a travel call. As Devils force the turnover. 3 minutes to play here. Audrain. Whitfield. Elliott up top. Ooh, looked like a deep 3 from Whitfield. Inside, Audrain.
She's just waiting for the pass out there on the left.
Elliott
doesn't need to wait, though. 2 points are converted. That's
tied game with 2:38 to play. Humphreys with it, and your Coach Broadhead from the sidelines. Don't foul.
You can hear that? Very loud man.
Ooh, almost threw it away. Humphreys recovers. Humphreys, she draws the exact thing Coach Broadhead told not to.
A foul.
Goes on Sheets, her 4th.
Ooh. Now, do you take her out for a minute or so? Do you let her play out the last
You
2.5
play
minutes?
this out. It's too close.
That's the right decision in my
Too
book
late.
as well. 19 fouls, by the way, in the second half.
Ooh, Stevens misses the first, as that was a little bit shocking after she just went 2 for 2 at her last trip at the line.
Nice shoes, though. Mind me an ice cream.
Love the shoes. Good on the second, as the Lady Bobcats regain the lead here. Pass over to Elliott. Elliott.
Oh, the pendulum, how does it sway?
Whitfield in the corner, back up top, Sheets. Whitfield for three.
Oh,
Off the front. Berry with the putback. Fouled from behind by Gossman. That leads the Lady Red Devils leading scorer to the line.
how many does she have? What, 16?
She is at 16.
'17. Having a wonderful night for herself as well.
Davison going to check in as Lady Red Devils are going to go back to that offensive-defensive switch. Second one falls. Devils take the lead off of 2 free throws from Jackie Berry.
Oh!
By Elliott.
Very good call by the referee, unfortunately, for the Red Devils. Who does it send to the line in that case?
Sends Lomas to the line.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, you're right. And that is Kennedy Elliott's fourth as well. They just sat Sheets down for 4. Do you think they're going to do the same for? Elliott?
I'll actually expect Sheets to check in here as the offense will likely be checking in.
Hey, look at that. You're right. Don't you hate being right?
I'm always right.
Don't you ever
Nothing
hate it?
new.
No, come on.
Lomas at the line to tie here. Misses. A drain with the rebound. Sheets.
Oh, pass too heavy.
Bobcats have it going the other way as Adrain read the pass, but the Bobcats recover. Down low, Williams. Humphreys wanted it in the corner.
Oh!
Out.
That is very unfortunate for the Bobcats.
Foul goes on Lomas as Devils go to the line to shoot.
If there was goal line technology in basketball, you reckon that would have gone in?
I'm not. Oh, man. Humphreys was wanting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
She got it.
Beautiful shot as well, by the way.
And just rims out.
Oh.
Elliott off. Drayton rebounds. Drayton down low. Barry turns, shoots, misses. And coach is yelling timeout. Banning's going to get the timeout he called with 1:13 left here.
The big question now is, will that 3 come back to bite him? Because that is very unfortunate. It was a beautiful shot and everything. Just unfortunate for it to pop right back out as it did.
You know, you'd love to point at a play like that as a game-defining moment, but we've got 1:13 left.
There's still a lot of game to go, yeah. You are very correct.
I mean, you could almost go to argue Lady Red Devils pushing the offense there and not scoring was probably more hurtful.
Even more of a game-defying play, yeah.
Missing the 3 on the other side.
But inevitably, time will do tell. Time will do tell. Time will tell.
Andrews with 18, Humphreys with 12. On the opposite side for the Lady Devils, Elliott with 14, Jackie Berry with 18. Drain sits with 9 points. You can almost look at the opposite end and see Gossman with 6. Almost just kind of a blow-for-blow fight here.
Oh, it's been a very equal game. Very equal game, I'd say.
Bobcats throw in, get it to Andrews. Humphreys at the top, wants Andrews down low. Intercepted by Jackie Berry.
That's a very important interception.
Over to Audrain.
Now all the Devils have to do is shoot clock and possibly wait for the last shot.
Devils in their time management offense.
Timeout. Very animatedly calls a timeout.
I don't think they were quite running that time management keep away play as Broadhead would like, and so to prevent A turnover.
And just like that, a very, very important interception by, who was that? Was that
Jackie Berry.
Was that Jackie Berry? It was, yeah.
Her and Andrews tied for game high right now.
18 each.
points each.
Two very good players on the night so far. Just a single point separates these two teams. I'm enjoying myself. With what, about 48 seconds on the clock? Something like that?
Looking at foul trouble too, the Bobcats
Not-
kind of a little bit of an advantage here as they sit 1-1.
Not really an individual either in foul trouble, really, whereas the Devils have, what, 2 players on 4? Sorry to cut you off there.
But if the Bobcats, if they want to go foul here, that'll send the Devils to the line. If they miss it,
That's a breakaway.
I mean, you're still within less than a possession.
Yeah, I was almost right. I said 48. I'm upset.
Devils in a box throw in here from midcourt to Audrain. Audrain finds Barry, and there they do exactly as we predicted. As Gossman will pick up a foul, her fourth.
Her fourth. Well, I was just saying it, and guess what? I'm eating my words.
Jackie Berry goes to the line.
Love the acoustics in here.
Hits the first. Davison checks in. Sheets will check out. She makes it. It stays a one-possession game. And it does. Barry hits 20. Second game in a row for her to do that. Lomas over to Williams. Williams down the baseline. Will shoot, score.
1 point ball game. It's going to be a heavy press, presumably by the Bobcats.
As there will be the foul on Andrews.
Could be her third?
Fourth.
I'm bad at math. And just like the Devils, Bobcats now sit with 2 players on 4 fouls. 3 players.
Gossman, Williams, and Andrews all sits at 4.
I thought I was smart.
Good on the first is Audrain. As she hits double digits for the night off that free throw. And bumps it back to a 3-point game.
Not exactly the player if you have to really foul in that situation, I'd say. She's very clinical from the line.
Outside Lomas, she's hit threes. She does it again.
What an ending so far. We have 9 seconds to go, 52 to 52. You have not closed your mouth since that happened.
Lady Bobcats answering back. Wide open 3 from Lomas.
Call me crazy, but I think we have a game here. I stood straight up when that happened.
Her third 3 of the night, and it couldn't come at a more critical time.
That is very important plays happening in the final 3 minutes, let me tell you.
Remember, you got 3 Lady Bobcats in foul trouble.
Two
Devils on the opposite side.
I was about to say 2 Bobcats.
Andrews, Williams.
You'll get there.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember who's got the other
Loma?
4 fouls. Ooh. I think it's Gossman has 4.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Meanwhile, on the Devils side, is it Sheets and Elliott?
Sheets and Elliott both with 4 fouls.
9.5 on the board. How's your heart, McBride?
It's beaten.
It's beaten.
Oddly, I'm worried about this game going to overtime with so many players in foul trouble. That could definitely alter how this goes. You don't want to pick up your 5th with only 7 seconds on the clock.
Oh, that pass had to be just right.
Devils setting up for the final shot here. Whitfield's going to take it.
Oh, we're going to OT, baby. We got a game on our hands.
We will play extra here in Tyrone.
Woo, what an ending.
52-52 as we will continue play.
Oh, I'm uptight right now.
No more 1-and-1s.
No
Everybody
more.
shoots 2. Everybody shoots 2 at a 52-52 ball game. 4 minutes of overtime.
If you thought about your going home early, think again.
Well, we had all our fans already coming for the much anticipated boys game.
Oh, don't get me started. That matchup is going to be legendary. Both teams very qualified, and both teams very hungry to get a win.
Actually kind of scanned the stands here. A couple of coaches from opposing schools
Really?
attending this one,
Really?
knowing Texhoma Tyrone.
It's always a dogfight. It is honestly just a sprint to the finish. Straight basketball all night. Did I explain that okay? I feel like I kind of rambled a little bit. Thank you for the reassurance. I appreciate it.
Sheets Gossman to jump.
The Sheets normally do the jump for Texhoma.
Yes. Oh, Humphreys had it.
Gonna call that a kickball, yeah.
And so that is a turnover.
We all knew this was gonna happen eventually. I'm stuck standing up and I can't sit down. Gonna be a timeout? What?
Had an explanation from the referee there. No, okay, so what he said was there was no possession gained from the jump ball. So the Devils are getting the first possession, meaning the next jump ball will go to the Bobcats.
He's been a very vocal ref tonight. I've been enjoying it.
Pass over to Whitfield. Whitfield for 3.
Oh!
Good. Lady Bobcats. As they're going to get a foul. Sheets
night is
over.
Over.
No.
What?
Jackie Berry on the foul.
Well, she's in foul trouble now too as well.
And now
4.
her 4th. It's going to send Andrews to the line.
I will not lie. I'm very confused. What happened there?
Apparently, they called Jackie on the foul. Andrew's shot, no good. Here to shoot 2, her second. It's good. Bobcats take the lead with Andrews' 19th point of the night. Berry. Todd Drain to Sheets. Sheets to Whitfield. Whitfield drives, spins, shoots.
No, good.
Rebounded by Berry. Berry put back. Foul.
He is fouled now.
And for the Lady Bobcats, this could be scary. Let's see what the numbers say. Number 4, that's Gossman. And that's her 5th. She has fouled out.
She has been a very good player tonight, very consistent. Unfortunately, her goose is cooked for the night.
Stevens checks in. Odds were not in the Lady Bobcats' favor there. They had 3 players on the court with 4 fouls. Very good on the first.
The way I see it, clinical is clinical.
We talked Saturday, Jackie Berry season high 21.
Just tied it.
Brought it back up again.
Did take extra innings though. Extra innings, extra period.
Berry's second shot.
Oh,
Good loose ball rebounded by Williams.
smart play.
Smart play there from Williams as she's going to throw it off Carly Sheets.
That's basketball brain right there. Big brain.
Inside Williams.
Sheets very careful not to foul.
Williams to Humphreys. Lomas. Ooh, tipped. Get it back to Williams. Williams spins to Lomas. Out of bounds. Out on the Devils.
Good reflexes from Elliott right there.
Bobcats keep it underneath as it is tied 53-53. Williams to Humphreys. Humphreys inside, runner scores as Cats take the lead again, 55-53. Berry with it.
Oh!
Stolen by Lomas. Lady Cats look to extend the lead here as they get it across to Andrews. Andrews finds a lane. Fouled. See who they call it on. Gives it on Ortega.
Her third, right?
Her first.
Oh, first. I mean, I meant number three.
Number three
Her
is her
first.
first, yep.
You said no wrong. I was like, wait, what?
Andrews off. Whitfield checks in for Ortega. Andrews hits 20 herself and extends this to a 3-point lead. Audrain up to Whitfield. Whitfield to Audrain. Deep three. Elliott. It's good.
Elliott is known to come in clutch every so often with a three.
And just as the overtime started, it is still tied. Stevens finds Williams. Williams, no, misses it. Rebounded by Andrews. The runner, no good for Humphreys.
Off of Humphreys as well. She gets the last touch. Going to be a Devil throw-in.
Under 2 to play. Berry throws into Elliott. Now to Berry. Devils taking their time. Got to break this press. You can't sit around. Sheets gets it. Whitfield in the corner. Up top, Elliott. Elliott spins it around to Whitfield. Whitfield to Elliott. Elliott deep three again. No good. Rebounded by Berry.
Oh,
No, out of
athleticism
bounds.
nearly kicked in. Nearly was able to palm that ball just inside. Unfortunately, ball will be out on the Devils.
Coach Banning going to call a timeout here, and he's had some issues with getting recognized from the referees. He ran out to almost the free throw line there, letting him know he wanted this timeout.
Well, with the crowd this loud, it's not hard to see why.
It's hard. I'm going to tell you, I've been there at the head table right next to the refs, right next to the coaches, and the coaches are jumping, jacking, yelling, throwing a fit, wanting a timeout, and I can't hear them, and I'm sitting right next to them.
Crowds can get very, very loud indeed. I believe the loudest crowd ever recorded was in a Atlanta Falcons game in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium back in, I think, 2017, something like that.
Right when they opened up their brand new stadium, I believe.
Probably, yeah. That correlates pretty good.
Kind of a surprise. Normally the soccer stadiums are extremely loud.
Most of the soccer stadiums have open roof. As you know, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Butte as it is, does not.
Closed roof. Tyrone throws it in here too. Andrews down the sidelines. Intercepted.
Misplaced pass. They have been clinical ever since the start of the second period, or start of the second half. Unfortunately, may catch up.
Audrain. Ooh, the Sheets gets it and scores. And stolen by Audrain. Inside shot.
Oh,
Good.
off the
Jackie
face
Berry's
of Jackie
face.
Berry.
Williams with the rebound. Lomas intercepted by Berry. Devils with the 2-point lead and the clock ticking down. Here comes that
Clock chewing.
Lomas is going to have to foul. Williams can't do it. There it goes.
Again, basketball knowledge.
Her second. Lomas has a few fouls to give. I believe Humphreys and Stevens do as well.
Fouls just aren't a commodity that the Bobcats can waste right now.
Andrews and Williams are two Bobcats that can't foul. Oh, off is Elliott. This means her second shot will keep this a one-possession game, and Bobcats showed right there at the end of regulation. That's all they need. Elliott, 18 for the night off that free throw. Lomas into Stevens, up court.
Pass goes awry.
Out. All night, the Bobcats have been pushing the tempo, trying to kind of get that cherry pick basket, and
They've been successful in the past as well. Obviously with that three to send us to OT.
Not getting them here late, though, in the fourth, as Coach Broadhead this time will call the timeout. Broadhead getting clarification where the inbound will take place. You can't lose the possession.
No, you
That's the
cannot.
key, most important thing here.
You've seen
for
how
the Devils.
Devils have seen how clinical that the Bobcats are from a pressure three. Quite frankly, that's not the situation they want. They just want to hold on to this ball, eat the clock as much as they can, maybe squeeze in a point or two, but not necessary. It is not necessary.
On the opposite side, I bet you Coach Banning down here is letting the Lady Bobcats know you got to get the steal. If not, here's who fouls and who's here you foul.
That is a big decision, isn't it?
Barry with 21, Elliott with 18, Audrain with 11. All of those extremely.
Is this a season high for Elliott as well?
Say what now?
Is this a season high for Elliott?
It could be.
It might be. I wouldn't be surprised. She has been on fire tonight.
Again, if you're the Bobcats, Andrews and Williams is not the two players you want fouling, so Williams will guard at the baseline. And that is who the Devils are looking for. Is Jackie Berry. Loose ball. She got it. And
She was
immediately
fouled.
Stevens goes for the grab that'll send Jackie Berry to the line.
It's going to be her second, I think. Oh, her
Goes.
first.
All goes type of play. Season high 22 for Jackie Berry. Her 43rd of the last two games.
I thought you were about to say of the night. I was about to say, sir. Wait.
Off on the second. Two-possession game.
4-point game.
Oh, no, double dribble.
That's a costly, costly double dribble. She was caught off guard by who was guarding her, and her hands just tucked in just slightly. Unfortunately, double dribble. I could have explained that a whole lot better.
Williams going to go for the foul. Her night is done.
She took one for the team right there.
14 left
she did it, looked at the coach like, well, I had to, so I was the only one there. Couldn't just let her walk off like that.
I believe Lomas. No, that is not Lomas. That is Grown checking in for Williams. Whitfield. Good on her first. Surprisingly, her first point of the night.
She's been a good team player. Her passing has been pretty good. I wouldn't doubt it if she's one of the top assisters on the team.
Humphrey's going to look for three. Oh, no good. Rebounded by Elliott.
Devils are just going to hold on to the ball.
And that does it. Lady Red Devils.
Jubilation on the Devils court.
Draw
Devils court? Devils side. There you go.
Devils side. Devils capitalize off a few turnovers there at the end of the game and will win 61-56.
In overtime.
Would like to thank you for watching. We're going to go to a commercial break before we bring you the highly anticipated men's game between the Tyrone Bobcats and the Texoma Red Devils.
Number 2, Wyland Johnson.
A junior, number 4, Connor Witt.
Number 4, Connor Witt.
A senior, number 5, Roberto Hernandez.
Number 5, Roberto Hernandez.
A senior, number 23, Jackson Bell.
Number 23, Jackson Bell.
A senior, number 24, Kobe Williams.
And 24, Kobe Williams lines out your starting 5 for the home Tyrone Bulldogs.
Bobcats.
Bobcats! Why am I thinking Bulldogs? I apologize.
And again, when you got this matchup, you're talking about probably one of the highest prospects in the Panhandle. Roberto Hernandez, senior year, coming off a 39-point performance over Moreland in a revenge loss for them at Woodward. They lost the opening day to Moreland, got a second look at him day 3 and beat him.
It's going to be Hernandez versus Hernandez in the jump. Roberto beats out Joe. It's going to get to Johnson now. Johnson's going to pass it to Hernandez. Hernandez shoots. First points goes to Tyrone. Gray on the ball now. Gray over to Elliott. Elliott looking for support. Gets it to Jerry Hernandez up top. Gray with it now. Hands off to Keenan. Keenan's going to carry. Williams is going to throw it in to Johnson. Johnson's going to take it up, going to set up this Tyrone offense now. Over to Witt. Witt, oh, stumbles with his feet. Gray, quick on it, stumbles himself. That's a knee burner right there. That did not feel good.
Last couple times these teams have faced, it's been Texhoma victories. Not to say Tyrone hasn't made it close almost every single time.
Johnson once again going to bring it up. Johnson. Over to Bell. Bell still inside with it. Bell to Johnson. To Williams. Back to Johnson. Hernandez. Hernandez down low. To Williams. Williams' shot is no good. Gray with it now. Ooh. With a little misfire there. Gets it to Keenan. Keenan over to Gray. Up to Jerry Hernandez, who pulls a 3. No good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell gets it to Johnson. Johnson's going to take it up over to Hernandez. Hernandez going to kick it out to Bell, whose shot is no good. Keenan with the rebound. Keenan going to drive inside. Going to be swatted away by Johnson. Tyrone on the attack now with Hernandez.
2 minutes, no points for the Red Devils.
Hernandez pulls, no good as his shot. Rebounded eventually by Gray. Gray now taking the ball down. Gets it to Keenan. Keenan over to Jerry Hernandez. Gray for a deep 3. No good. It's going to go over the backboard for a Tyrone throw-in.
First shot that Roberto Hernandez ever made against Texhoma was a 3-point shot, and it was
beautiful.
Deadly.
4 years ago now.
So was not surprised that he was going to set
Pull
up
that.
to shoot it there. Yep.
Speaking of the Devil, passes it out to Witt. Witt over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Good! It's going to be a 5-point lead for Tyrone. Elliott with it. Elliott has Gray in support. Goes down low to Jerry Hernandez instead. Jerry is good for 2.
Devils get on the board thanks to Hernandez.
Speaking of Hernandez, just passes it out to Johnson. We're going to say Hernandez a lot tonight. Just, there's 3 of them. They're on the court a lot. He's on the ball right now, Hernandez. Over to, I believe, that was Witt, yeah. And then Johnson, no, not Johnson.
That's Bell.
That's Bell for 3, no good. I'm going to learn these names eventually. I apologize. I'm trying my best. Keenan over to Gray. Gray looking down low for Joe. It's going to be cut out Jerry ends up with it at the top. Looks to pull, drives, kicks out to Elliott for three. No good. Rebounded by Johnson eventually.
Smart play there from Jackson Bell to see the ball, get it out there.
Johnson over to Williams. Williams' shot is no good. Rebounded by Elliott with one hand, mind you. Elliott over to Gray. Gray behind the back to Jerry or Joe Hernandez. Going to be, what was that call?
Offensive foul on Hernandez.
After that, glorious pass from Gray as well.
You know, for the last few years, it's been a tough battle between Hernandez and Bell down low. Go back to the Laverne tournament just a season ago.
Johnny Martinez checks in for Jerry Hernandez. Hernandez is going to pass it into Johnson. Johnson still has Williams in support. Johnson comes back with the ball over to Hernandez. Hernandez caught a little bit in possession, gets it to Bell up top. Back to Bell. Bell's going to drive inside, look to shoot on his own. No good. Rebounded by his 23 counterpart, Derek Keenan. Over to Elliott, who is deep in Devil territory. His shot is no good. Tries to get the ball back. Steps out of bounds.
Was real curious what was going to get called there. Everybody froze.
Williams is going to throw it into Johnson. Johnson going to set up something here. Almost forgets the ball, recovers good. Witt, passes to no one.
They're going to say
come
it's
back
out on Texoma.
I believe it may have come off maybe Elliott? Not too sure. The refs had a better view than we did. Johnson up top to Williams, right?
That's Bell.
Hernandez, dang it. Hernandez shoots and is good. Yeah, you're right. I am sorry. Gray drives in. Down low to Joe. Joe puts up numbers on the board. Joe Hernandez. Roberto Hernandez over to Williams. To Bell. Bell to Hernandez now. Roberto Hernandez over to Williams. Williams to Johnson. Johnson pulls. Is good.
And the Bobcats have showed up to play here today.
Gray. Johnny Martinez passes it to Carson Elliott. Gets it back to Martinez. Hands off to Gray. Gray back to Martinez. Up top to Elliott. Elliott down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez is fouled and one.
Oh,
on the floor. Unfortunate. That caused an uproar.
It goes on Williams is the foul.
First foul for.
No, it goes on Bell.
First foul for Tyrone. We have number one. We do not have a number one on the program thing. That's unfortunate. Martinez throws into Elliott. Elliott's going to drive, shoot, no good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell gives it to Johnson. Johnson just been the key of all plays set up by Tyrone right now. Hernandez. Pass is blocked out by Elliott. Elliott's going to go cross the halfway line. He's going to set up an offense. Instead, tries to drive inside. Loses the ball. It's going to be a Tyrone throw-in. Williams throws into Johnson. Johnson has McGlasson, who checked in on defense on him. Now Hernandez up top to number one, who unfortunately we do not know the name of. Over to Johnson. Johnson over to Bell. Bell drives inside. Johnson ends up with it up top once again. No good from three. It's going to be saved from going out by Gray. Gray now leads the Devils on attack. Over to McGlasson. Up top to Carson Elliott. Swings left to Gray once again. Over to Johnny Martinez. Martinez down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez is going to drive. It's going to be good for 2. Johnson is going to again set up. Instead passes to Hernandez. Over to Johnson. Bell. Over to number 1.
We'll
Hernandez.
ask around at half and make sure we get it correct.
Hernandez unable to handle the ball very well. Elliott able to pick up the pieces. Williams almost unable to catch that ball. Williams, oh, no, that was not Williams, that was Bell. I need to learn these names. I was good eventually.
So there we go, end of the first, 10-8, your score as the Bobcats lead. Both teams ranked respectfully in their classes as the Devils ranked 11 in Class A. And for the Bobcats, we'll be the first to admit it. I feel like a disrespectful 16th ranking.
I agree. Just look how quality they come out. Just guns a-blazing right now in this ball game.
This is a good team. You look up in the rafters, state qualifiers almost every year.
Every year.
They had a couple unfortunate losses in the beginning of the season. They lost to Goodwill, lost to Forgan, lost to Laverne. So they've picked up a couple losses that...
Goodwill have been on good form this year as well.
Yeah. Folks downstate don't understand how solid Class B basketball is in the Panhandle.
It's a beaut to watch, isn't it?
It's a tough one, and sometimes I'm glad we're Class A.
Keenan is going to set something up for the Devils, passes it to Elliott. Elliott's going to go up top to Hernandez. That's not Hernandez, that's Martinez. Down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe's going to go up, he's going to be fouled. Going to be fouled on the floor.
Joe's going right back to the line again. No.
Oh, it was on the... It was shooting. Wait, what? What? So do those points not count?
We'll have to see here. Roberto was called on the foul.
No good from the spot is Joe, though. Roberto Hernandez now. Roberto down low to Johnson. Oh, that's not Johnson.
That's Williams.
That's Johnson. Johnson over to number 1. Number 1 back to Roberto. Roberto over to Bell. Bell's going to drive. Kicks out. Johnson good from 3.
If I'm not mistaken, his second of the night.
Clinical. Elliott finds Keenan. Keenan mid-range is Jerry Hernandez. Jerry looking to find Martinez, no good. Johnson with the steal. Johnson to number 1. Back to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. Kicks out. Roberto with it eventually. Roberto Hernandez from 3. No good. Rebounded by Jerry Hernandez. Finds Johnny Martinez. Carson Elliott now. Back to Martinez. Martinez with Keenan out to the right. Keenan back to Martinez up top. Swings left to Elliott. Elliott pulls 3. No good. Rebounded by Williams.
And a timeout here from Coach Witt.
Better from both sides, I believe, as well. I believe they've already both improved.
13-10, your score. Now, we were talking about rankings during the last timeout. Bring those back up again. Those are actually final for Class A and Class B. Tyrone can not climb any higher than 16. Texoma can't climb or drop any lower than 11. Reason being, next week they'll announce the playoff pairings.
This season has flown by. I don't know about you.
It has gone quickly. Devils, in Class A, projecting, a Turpin or a Laverne or probably both.
Tyrone Bobcats so far have remained almost unchanged this whole game, other than number 1. Speaking of the feller, he's going to throw it into number 2. Johnson now. Johnson over to Bell. Bell still blocked by Joe Hernandez. Bell once again with another bite of the cherry nose, going to pass it to Johnson, who then gets it to Hernandez. Roberto Hernandez going to muscle his way inside, kicks out, gets it back over to number 1 now. Number 1's going to drive a little bit, plant his feet, get it out to Bell, who's going to find Hernandez on the outside. Hernandez almost finds Williams, going to be fouled in the process. It's going to go on Carson Elliott, his first of the night.
Elliott on the switch there is, if Hernandez is on the outside, that is who Elliott is guarding. Devils.
25, by the way, checks in. Nolan, I apologize for interrupting you. Witt, down low to Johnson. Johnson shoots, no good. I apologize for interrupting you.
Go ahead, just keep going.
Martinez finds Gray. Gray over to Elliott. Back to Gray. Over to Johnny Martinez. Kicks it to Elliott. Elliott shoots, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Johnson.
Roberto got a piece of that one.
Johnson over to, doesn't matter. Hernandez. Shooting is, I can't tell the number, is Witt. Gray. Elliott. Back to Gray. Gray swings it to Johnny Hernandez. Johnny Martinez. Elliott with it now. Jerry Hernandez shoots, no good. Rebounded by Roberto Hernandez. Hernandez is going to take it all the way. Kicks out to Witt. Witt shoots through. Good once again. He is 2 for 2 from beyond the line so far tonight. It's going to be a timeout by Higgs. Coach Higgins is going to call a timeout for Texoma.
Down 9 and really coming off Connor Witt's threes.
Proven deadly. What a substitution he's been so far. Goes out early, stays out for a good chunk of time, and then comes back in and performs.
And talking playoff pictures for next week. Lots of Class B options for Tyrone. As you have Boy City, Goodwill, Hardesty, Felt, all some local teams that could get paired with the Bobcats.
Gray. Over to Elliott. Back to Gray. Back to Elliott. In a little bit of trouble now, but Gray finds Johnny Martinez. Back to Elliott on the other side of the court. Elliott drives. Down low is good. Roberto Hernandez. Hernandez back to Johnson. Johnson out to Witt. Witt's going to go for a ride inside. Down low to Noland. No good. It's going to be Red Devil ball.
Williams going to be checking back in for the Bobcats.
Nolan putting in a pretty decent shift.
McGlasson also checking in
for
the Devils.
Not sure if Johnny Martinez knew if it was for him or not. Gray. Elliott back to Gray. McGlasson now. Elliott wanting a three. Almost takes it. Back to Gray. Gray to McGlasson. To Gray. Back to McGlasson. McGlasson shoots. No good. Rebounded by Elliott. Keeps it inside. Joe Hernandez tries to go for the shot. Elliott is going to foul Connor Witt, I believe.
And another block for Roberto Hernandez on that shot.
He is a defensive menace.
He's a menace all over the court. This guy can score, he could block, he could pass, he could dribble.
I think he's good at basketball. What do you think?
I think he's really good at basketball.
Witt.
And he's not a bad football player either.
Nope, not too shabby, is he?
Got one of them state championship rings.
Over to the man we've been talking about. Over to Bell. Stolen by Gray. Gray still driving. Comes under control. Down low to Jerry. Jerry Hernandez for two. No good. Rebounded by Joe. Joe Hernandez for two is good. Oh, off the back of Bell. Whatever you can do, you know. Witt.
As long as you can maintain possession, right?
Connor Witt has Jose Gray on defense. Kicks it out to Hernandez. Hernandez over to 14, who is
Pimentel.
Yeah. We were struggling with that name earlier.
3-point look from the Bobcats. Does fall.
Gray down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez shot is too heavy. Rebounded by Roberto Hernandez. Roberto on a counterattack now. Shoots for two. Is good. Jose Gray finds Carson Elliott. Elliott back to Gray. Kicks back to Elliott. Back to Gray, who has options to his right now. Is going to continue traveling there. Eventually does go back to Carson Elliott. Back to Gray once more. McGlasson breaks the chain. Finds Elliott right back. Joe Hernandez from under the basket is good for two. Could be a
official timeout.
Official timeout.
Roberto Hernandez's shoes were a little bit loose.
Oof. Johnson's going to check back in as well. Derek Keenan's going to check in for the Devils. Johnson with it. Johnson with McGlasson on defense. Kicks it out to Witt. Witt to Bell. Bell to Johnson. Back to Witt on the other side. Bell up top to Witt again. Witt over to Johnson, this time on the right side of the court. Down low to Roberto. Back to Johnson. Double team. He's going to finally find a pass to Roberto Hernandez. Johnson's going to get back. Passes it to Witt. This time Bell on the left side. Bell's going to find Johnson. Williams. Williams again. Johnson from three is good.
He yells miss as it sinks in.
McGlasson. Oh, pass to Graves. A little loose, could be cut off by Witt. Johnson shoots two's no good. But Roberto with the return is good for two. Gray shoots two. No good. Rebounded by Bell. Johnson back to Roberto. Roberto Hernandez just weighing up his options. Bell from deep. No good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams on the buzzer of halftime. 31-16 is your score as Tyrone Bobcats lead the Texham Red Devils.
31-16 the score. We're going to go back to our commercial break here. Be back for second half of basketball.
Don't go live. Don't go live. Hello and welcome back to this basketball matchup between Tyrone Bobcats and Texhoma Red Devils. Bobcats lead the Red Devils 31-16. Roberto Hernandez. Roberto's going to drive inside. He's going to be cut out by Carson Elliott. Elliott now on the ball. Elliott's going to be good down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez is good for two down low. Johnson. Johnson has Witt on the outside. Witt up top to Bell. Bell over to Johnson. Johnson up top to Williams. Williams out to Bell. Bell to Hernandez. Hernandez out to Williams. Witt now up top. Witt's heavily pressured by his counterpart of the number 4 by Jose Gray. Gray is going to foul Witt as well. That's going to be Gray's first. Kobe Williams is going to throw this one in. Williams finds Roberto Hernandez. Hernandez drives inside. He's going to shoot. No good from two. Ball bounces out of the rim. Devils now on the attack with Carson Elliott. Elliott's going to drive, shoot. No good for two as well.
Beautiful screen there by Joe Hernandez allows the lane to be wide open for Carson Elliott.
Roberto Hernandez now up top for Tyrone. Out to Johnson. Johnson has Williams up top for support, goes to him. Williams back to Johnson now. Witt this time coming up top. Kicks out to Williams out wide. No good from three, rebounded by Jerry Hernandez. Gray on the attack now for the Red Devils. Gray out to Keenan. Keenan's going to drive, shoot. No good, rebounded by Roberto Hernandez. Johnson now with the ball. Johnson out to Bell. Bell from under the basket, no good. Devils now with the ball, Jose Gray. Gray shoots, no good, rebounded by Keenan. Shoots, is good for two. Devils coming out swinging on the second half.
I believe that's first points for Derek Keenan as he's been hot as of lately. Devils need him to get going to get back in this ball game.
Bell out to Johnson. Johnson over to Witt. Witt for three, no good. Williams with the rebound, no good. Rebounded by Joe Hernandez. Gets it out to Jerry. Then to Carson Elliott. Witt unlucky. He's been shooting lights out from three tonight so far. Jose Gray for two. No good. Rebounded by Johnson for Tyrone. Johnson still. Out to Roberto Hernandez. Roberto drives inside. Is fouled by Joe Hernandez.
It'll be interesting to see what approach the Bobcats take here in the second half as they came out practicing and was just hitting shots. They hit shots in the first half.
It was fun to watch. I'll be blunt.
Do you keep the foot on the pedal or do you start trying some time management stuff?
First free throw unfortunately bounces out for Roberto Hernandez. Can he convert the second one to get the Bobcats off the mark for the second half? Yes, he can. Keenan now is going to take it up top for the Red Devils. No, passes out to Gray. Gray out on the right. Up top to Elliott. Swings left to Jerry Hernandez. Even more left is Derek Keenan. trying to drive, gets stuck, finds Elliott. Elliott up top to Gray. Gray swings right to Jerry Hernandez. Jerry thought about pulling three, kicks to Keenan instead. Keenan tries driving, is cut out by Johnson. Johnson now on the attack for Tyrone, kicks it out to Witt, back up top to Johnson. Then finds Roberto Hernandez for three, no good, rebounded by Joe. Hernandez finds Jerry on the pass. Elliott now down low for the Red Devils, no good, rebounded by Elliott, no!
And out of bounds on Elliott.
Just calamity. I was speaking for an entire maybe 30, 40 seconds. Is my face red?
A little bit. Gotta love boys basketball. That's how it works.
Oh, yeah. I'm enjoying myself. Johnson over to Roberto. Roberto out to Witt. Cole Witt now down low to Kobe Williams. Roberto with a free three. No good. Rebounded by Joe. Joe finds Gray. Gray almost was on a breakaway. Had to slow down. Keenan now out wide. Down low to Joe. Joe Hernandez. 4-2 is good.
And Joe has woken up here in the
Time
second
out
half.
for Tyrone Bulldogs. Scores 32-24 to the Bulldogs. Bobcats. You're letting me call them Bulldogs again.
My bad.
Bobcats.
You know, looking at how this half has gone, or this quarter as well, the Devils really capitalize on driving to the basket, getting those easy layups. Elliott, Keenan, Gray, they capitalize on that a lot.
The one thing I would say they were not last half, they were a lot of things. They were very, very good last half, but the one thing they weren't was clinical.
But the Bobcats on the other side have stopped that, and they've got some guys down low that prevents any inside scoring. That's led to an 8-point difference here in this ball game.
Roberto now is going to take that up top. Passes out left to Witt. Witt now to Johnson. Johnson almost tipped away by Keenan. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Joe Hernandez, who has Roberto coming up behind him. Shrugs him off. Carson Elliott now. Elliott down low to Jerry Hernandez. Slaughtered away by Roberto. Roberto now driving. Keenan now with the defensive effort.
I believe that was actually Elliott.
It was Elliott. Yep,
With
my
the
eyes
steal.
deceived me. Did I say Keenan?
You did say Keenan.
That's my bad. It's coming at me so fast, you have no idea. Roberto Hernandez. Out to Johnson. Johnson for two. No good. Rebounded by no one as there was a foul on Johnson, I believe. No.
And Joe Hernandez is going to get a warning.
I heard for slapping the opponent's face?
No, for clapping. In
Oh,
the face of
clapping.
the opponent.
You see, that's why you're here. You have better hearing than I do.
There has been quite a bit of chirping.
What just happened?
I think teams' warnings on both sides.
This has never ceased to be a very loud game. I've seen quite a few of these games and never has one gone without an incident.
Coach Higgins came over and said, he's clapping, but they're talking back too. And so the referee saying, all right, I'll just warn both of y'all then.
Elliott up top to Gray. Swings it. Keenan with it now. Keenan's going to go under. No, he's going to step out. Will be pushed.
He was pushed out by Bell. His second foul of the night.
Thank you for that. Keenan throws in, has Elliott.
Elliott was a little deep there. He was almost
Yeah.
out of bounds.
It was close. Gray still passes to Elliott for three. No good. Rebounded by Jerry Hernandez. Jerry could not keep the ball. Witt ends up with it. Back to Bell now. Bell, no good from the layup. Had a host of Devils trying to stop him. Elliott. Jerry with it. Jerry Hernandez is going to cut inside, looking for Keenan. Pass is going to be cut out. Elliott now for 2 is fouled in the process. Will go to the line.
And it goes on Roberto Hernandez.
Could be his second?
His
Yeah.
second.
Elliott pretty clinical from the line, I'd say. Let's see how we can convert for the Devils. First one's good.
Martinez going to check in for the Devils. Kane checking in for the Bobcats.
Kane is coming in for Witt, who's been off and on this game, but when he is on fire. Elliott no good from the second, rebounded by Roberto Hernandez. Roberto's going to be defended. Elliott now, Elliott for 2. No good, could not finish his dinner, unfortunately. Going to be taken away by Johnson. Johnson finds Roberto out wide, back to Johnson. Has Bell in support, goes to him. Kane to his left. Instead, Bell decides to drive inside. Kicks out to Kane this time. Kane to Roberto. Roberto over to Bell. Over to Kane now. Kane to Roberto Hernandez. Deep 3. No good. Rebounded by Joe Hernandez. Jerry Hernandez is going to come away with his passes to Elliott on the left side. Elliott for 2. Good for 2.
Comes back after that miss earlier on the breakaway.
That's the way to recover. Johnson over to Bell. Bell has Jerry Hernandez in defense. Kane's going to try to drive. Finds Bell instead. Still Bell finds Johnson finally very high up on the court. Back
Bobcats
to
holding
Bell.
for that final shot.
Johnson to Roberto. Over to Bell. Bell hands off to Roberto. Roberto to Williams. Johnson ends up with it. Roberto now. Kane even getting involved. Kane steps out with 3.1 to go in the third.
It was going to be close.
That passing was very, very on point.
Little pressure here. Gray wants the buzzer beater. Oh, no good.
Don't know why he didn't give it to Elliott, who is very famous for buzzer beaters in these parts.
Devils had clawed back into this game, though, trail by 5.
Like I said, the one thing they were not last half was clinical. This half has been much better.
Looking at future schedules for these teams, Tyrone, actually, this is their only game this week. They'll wait a week.
I would like to point out the Devils have scored 11 points this period, while the Bobcats have been left to 1. That is
impressive.
A statistic. That is a statistic. I am sorry to cut you off again. Yeah. I am sorry. I've done that a few times.
Anyways, Tyrone will play Turpin next Monday. Devils, on the other hand, they'll have a busy schedule as they will have the War on 54 rivalry Friday as Hooker.
That Panhandle Bedlam, it is a wild one.
They will come to town, and then a makeup game against Turpin.
Always fun to go to Turpin's gym. I've always enjoyed it.
That'll be played on Saturday.
The Devils are going to throw it in. Witt has checked back in for the game for Kane, who we learned his name during halftime because we are resourceful. Martinez over to Joe, back to Jerry. Keenan with the net now. Elliott drives, shoots for 2, no good. Rebounded by Roberto. Johnson with it eventually. Johnson Over to Roberto. Roberto comes away with it. Roberto still. Roberto over to Williams. Back to Roberto.
He's got Joe out wide.
Roberto over to Bell. Bell for three. No good. Rebounded by Joe. What's his foot on the line? I do not know. Elliott. Elliott over to Keenan. Back to Elliott. Finds Johnny Martinez. Jerry Hernandez looks for Joe. It's going to be out. Was it out on Roberto?
No, it's out on the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Not sure who tipped it out.
Jerry over to eventually down low to Joe. It's going to be travel.
Oh.
Caught on a travel.
Bobcats really giving the Red Devils the three line here, as you got lots of guys inside waiting on Joe.
You got to do what you got to do. Could be a
Timeout.
timeout.
Coach Witt calling the timeout here.
I'm not trying to say the game is woken up, but oh my, has it never gone to sleep.
This has been a nice little rivalry over the last couple of years, as Tyrone obviously been dominant for the last few years. Red Devils have come into their own right. Both teams state qualifiers a year ago. Tyrone in Class B, Texhoma in Class A. And those playoff pairings for this year are going to be coming out next week.
Oh, it's kicking off, man.
Not a lot of Panhandle Class A options for the Devils. They could be paired with a Turpin. They could be paired with a Laverne. They could be paired with both. You just never know. Bobcats, though, it's all kinds of different options, as Goodwill, Felt, Boise City, Hardesty, Forgan, Beaver, they'll all classify as Class B.
It's weird how much it's grown, you know.
So lots of different options as far as their playoff opponents could go.
Johnson struggling to shake off Johnny Martinez. Williams unmarked completely. Williams still. Williams looking for Roberto down low. Almost successful, but rebounded by Jerry Hernandez. Jerry finds Johnny Martinez looking for Joe down low, but kick ball on the Bobcats. I have to look at the court to remember it's not the Bulldogs.
They're the Bobcats.
Keenan passes out to Jerry. Elliott for three, no good.
Short.
Keenan tried to save it, unfortunately taps the wall ever so slightly. Nolan, I think, is going to check in. Yep. Nolan's checking in for Bell.
Interesting to see how long Coach Witt keeps Bell on the sidelines.
Johnson over to Roberto. Roberto driving inside, finds Witt outside. Williams, Johnson down low. Nolan was found, passes it to Roberto. Roberto up top to Williams. Williams looking to drive himself, kicks out to Roberto. Roberto Hernandez muscling his way through, is going to be pushed by Elliott. His third, I believe.
Pretty clean call there. Carson Elliott's arguing that Roberto shoves him every time, but definitely a clear push there from Elliott.
Indeed. Johnson to Witt. Witt to Roberto. Williams up top. Drives in a little bit, finds Roberto up top. Roberto drives, kicks out to Witt. Witt out to Williams. Williams for two. Tipped off by Joe, I believe. Elliott eventually shoots for two. Is going to be fouled on the floor.
Goes on Johnson. That's Johnson's second foul, and as projected, Bell will come back in. So will Pimentel.
Pimentel. Pimentel or Pimentel?
Pimentel.
Pimentel. Elliott finds Johnny. Elliott again up top to Gray. Gray drives inside, kicks out to Johnny. Johnny Martinez for two. No.
Oh,
good! Good! Lucky bounce, lucky bounce. Red Devils will not complain.
3-point game here, and Tyrone's been a much slower offense. They're looking for guaranteed baskets.
And just as you're saying that, Roberto shoots three, makes three. Jerry shoots three of his own, no good. Rebounded by Roberto. Roberto going on his own. Will be fouled by Johnny Hernandez. Martinez.
That's Johnny's first foul, by the way.
Again, I'm always surprised how little Johnny fouls, for he is such a physical defensive threat. Williams out to Bell, down low to Roberto. Roberto, good for two.
5 points in the last two possessions for Roberto Hernandez.
Garay is pushed by Witt. I think that's his first.
Yeah, Witt's first, you're right.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the knife drawer, but I know numbers-ish. Garay, just don't give me a math problem. Over to Elliott. Elliott over to Johnny. Johnny swings it all the way left. Garay pulls a three. No good. Rebounded by Elliott. Stays in bounds. Garay down low to Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez for two is good. Roberto now. 6-point ball game. Roberto to Witt. Johnson now contested with his own teammate. Bell over to Witt. Witt finds Williams still on this left side. Williams to Roberto up top, to Johnson to his left. Johnson to Bell inside. Bell out to Witt. Down low to Roberto. Roberto will drive inside, pass to Kobe.
Oh, on the line.
He's going to be stepping out. Kobe Williams is ready to receive that ball, too. That's unfortunate.
Roberto thought he had some size advantage down low on Elliott. Elliott just doing a good job stopping ball. Timeout from Coach Higgins here in a hard-fought 6-point game.
Ooh, my heart's a pumping, boys.
Again, how about just, there's no other words that I could describe ranking Tyrone at 16 in Class B other than just straight out disrespect.
That
is
ranking
solid.
is just unfortunate and almost jokingly, in my opinion. You're right, yeah.
And Class B in the Panhandle's tough. Goodwill's a good team. Forgan's a good team. Tyrone's got a couple losses to those teams. But they've played some Class A's. They've played Moreland. They've played Laverne.
Elliott's going to take it up for the Devils. Finds Garay out to the left. Garay is going to swing it back to Elliott on the right. Garay to Keenan now. Back to Garay. Back to Elliott. Elliott's going to drive. Going to go under the basket. Ball is going to come loose. Eventually, Roberto ends up with the ball. What happened?
Oh, Coach Higgins.
Higgins picks up a technical.
Picks up the technical here.
That happens a few times.
And so Hernandez will go to the line to shoot.
He's been very good from the line tonight, too, hasn't he? He's been fouled 2 or 3 times.
Off the front.
Commentator's curse, I apologize.
believe that's Coach Higgins' second tech on the season.
What was the first?
Hooker.
You know what? Yeah, makes sense. Converts the second, though. 38-31, 7-point ball game once again.
Because of the technical foul, Bobcats maintain possession here.
Hernandez over to Johnson, to Bell. Bell to Connor Witt.
They're going to get Gray on that.
Is it Connor?
Connor Witt.
Yeah, okay.
Gray second.
Witt passes it in to Roberto. Roberto has options. Converts to go into Williams. Williams back to Roberto, and Roberto converts a layup. It's going to be out on Witt. It's going to be devil ball.
A little give and go gets Roberto open in that lane on that last possession.
Elliott inside, kicks out to Gray. Gray back to Elliott. Elliott thought about pulling three, opts to go to Gray instead. Gray for three. Good for three.
That's something the Red Devils were missing this game too, is a couple long balls from Gray.
Better late than never as Roberto drives inside. Looks for Williams down low. Ball does not reach its destination cleanly. It's going to be a jump ball. Going to go Bobcat way.
Great hustle there from Derek Keenan and Jackson Bell fighting for that ball.
Roberto looking for Witt on the outside. Second time lucky. Rebounded. Unfortunately, that three is no good. Rebounded by Joe. Finds Elliott. Elliott for two. No good. Rebounded by Roberto.
Tipped over by Williams.
Timeout by the Bobcats.
And Coach Witt calling a timeout here. Up 6 with less than 90 seconds to go.
How you feeling?
Expect a time-killing offense to be coming up here.
I ask how you doing, you say nothing.
Devils are at 6 fouls, so next one will be 1-1. Don't want to give Tyrone too many points, but if you're going to cause a lot of change in possessions here, you're probably going to have to foul.
This so far has been one of the most tightest games of the season so far, next to, what would you say?
It's just tough.
It's just a tough game. You know what? I'm fine with that. It's just a tough game. Pass most likely intending to Roberto, but no, goes to Johnson. Witt with the ball. Back to Johnson now. Johnson out to Bell. Bell to Williams. Bell. They're just holding the ball, Tyrone, looking to hold on to this lead. Roberto to Williams. Back to Roberto. Swings to Bell. Bell's going to go around. Is going to be fouled by Jerry Hernandez. Bobcats will go to 1-1.
Devils try to get the steal there on that keep away. Didn't work, so Jerry's going to go ahead and commit his first foul of the game.
Had a very solid game so far.
Good on the first. That's the risk you take there with fouling in games like this, is
When you need possession, though, it's very important.
make the first. They're going to have a chance to extend the lead.
Does not.
Missed the second one, though.
Oh, that's unfortunately going to be out on Jerry. Devils claiming Roberto knocked that out, but that was out on Jerry Hernandez. Roberto, ball almost taken away by Carson Elliott.
Carson did force the turnover, though, as Hernandez was out of bounds.
Keenan Over to Elliott. Back to Keenan. Over to Garay. Garay. If Elliott was just a bit taller, he would have had an alley-oop, but points are scored in the end.
And a quick timeout by Coach Higgins. Now the Bobcats will have to
5-point ball game.
We'll have to bring the ball down the entire length of the court. Imagine Coach Higgins going to be looking for a full court press, trying to force that turnover in the front half of the court here.
Devils coming back from a 16-point deficit in halftime, by the way. 36-41 to Tyrone Bobcats, but for a while, Bobcats were looking a little shaky as they scored 1 point all third quarter, while the Devils scored, I believe, 11. Am I correct?
I believe so. If Tyrone's able to get the ball across half court, expect the foul.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect the Devils to foul pre-half court.
What's the reason? What would be
Go
the
for the
reason?
steal. That was what I was explaining
Yeah.
earlier in the timeout.
I was trying to be like, there's no reason for them to foul before. But Roberto finds Witt. Witt's going backwards.
And
He's going to be fouled by Keenan, I believe. Yeah, Derek Keenan picks up his second? First. Dang it.
First of the game.
I'm usually good at this. It's going to send Witt to the line. Witt, I know for a fact, is very clinical from the free throw line. Looking to extend his team's lead to 6. Does not. Rebounded by Joe Hernandez. Joe to Johnny. Over to Garay. Garay pulls a 3. No good. Rebounded by Roberto.
Oh, we're going to get a foul on Carson as
That's going to be his 4th. Yeah.
Carson tried to jar it loose.
That's just unfortunate. Yeah, 4th. That's poor timing. Just like 1 second sooner, I think that would have been a steal.
Last 1-and-1 look here for the Bobcats. Texoma hits 9 fouls.
No good
missed it.
once again. Great. Over to Keenan, finds Elliott. Elliott drives inside, is going to be fouled.
Lots of pressure from beyond the arc as the
Pimentel commits the foul, by the way. I didn't see him come on the court. But Williams will come back on for Pimentel.
Devils will be in bonus on the next foul.
There's 8
Elliott
seconds
wanted it in
left.
the corner.
Gray over to Hernandez. Hernandez, Jerry, no good. Rebounded by Elliott, no good. Clock will run out. Tyrone Bobcats victory over Texoma Red Devils, 41-36.
And that will split the series for the teams. Last time they split was 2 years ago.
I believe this is correct, but the last time we were in this gym, we lost in overtime.
Texoma lost in overtime.
Texoma lost in overtime.
I remember it differently, but we'll have to go look that up later.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that'll end our broadcast of this game. The Texoma Broadcasting Club will be moving on with the Devils Friday as the Bulldogs of Hooker will come to town. We'll have those 6:30 start for the girls, 8 o'clock start for the boys. We'd like you to thank you for watching. I'm Ty McBride. With me was Jarrett Burrow.
Thank
and
you.
on the THS broadcast side of it was Ezra Salamanca on programming and Luke McDaniel helping us out with the scoreboard. Pete Martinez on camera.
I was about to say, what are you going to say, Big Ol' Petey?
We'd like to thank you for watching, and we will be heading out.